Now that you have validated the marketplace, you need to create a product. You need to create a product. All right. Now, why do you need to create a product? Obviously, if you know that there's a marketplace for your passion or hobby, you need to create a product to sell to this marketplace. You get what I'm trying to say? Because people always need help. All right? So you're probably going to think, right, Vince, what product do I need to create? All right? It sounds easy, but what product do I create? So here's what you do, all right? In the forum discussion group, do you realize that a lot of people go in there to ask questions? Yes? And I believe you yourself has go into forum like this to ask questions as well. Do you agree? Yes. All right? And sometimes you go in there to help to answer some questions as well. Agree? Yes. All right. Now here's what you do, right? Collect all the questions in the forum or discussion group. Collect all the questions in the forum or discussion group. And those questions will form the framework for your product. Why? Because when people ask questions, that means there is a request for a solution and answer, right? And if you provide a solution or answer in the form of an ebook to them and charge at a justifiable price, people will pay for it. You get what I'm trying to say? Yes. So collect all these questions. What happens is that you will realize that there will be certain patterns. Like, I mean, you know, if it's in a fishing forum, do you agree that there will be people asking what's the best fishing rod, or what's the best fishing bait, or where's the best place to go fishing? I mean, these are very common questions, right? Do you agree? Yes. So collect all these questions, you know, try to come up with a rough table of content. And the next thing you do is create an ebook to answer to all these questions. All right? You can choose to answer all these questions yourself by doing your own research to create a book, or you get somebody else to write it for you. You get what I'm trying to say? Yes. You can outsource it to places like this. elance.com or freelancer.net or .com, whichever the case. elance.com, elance.com or freelancer.com. Yes? Well, what I want you to do is not to just cut and paste directly from there, the answers, but actually take the answer, expand it further with your own further research. Obviously, if you cut and paste directly, sometimes you may get into a copyright infringement issue. Depending on the forum, because some of them, they put the forum and say that whatever you share in here is property of the website or the property of the general public. All right? So there's two ways to do it. One, you write it yourself. Number two, you outsource to somebody else to do it for you. Is that okay? Yes. In fact, when you outsource it, right, you can get a book done for about $50 or maximum $100, depending on the topic and the number of pages. Yes? Sorry, again?
When you are doing launch,
yes.
what would you actually do? Are you an outsourcing kind of person, writing yourself?
I'm an outsourced person, but my first book I wrote it myself. But after that onwards, I get somebody else to do it for me. All right? Obviously, we are always time poor, right? Do you agree? Yes. Obviously, we need to try to leverage on somebody else's time. Yes?
You're saying you can't start with a copy and then you go.
Yes. All right? I mean, for your information, I don't even do all these steps anymore. But obviously, on your first product, or your first few projects, I suggest you to do it by yourself, is because, you think about it, right? When you're digging gold, you need to dig a lot of dirt. But when you dig the dirt, you know that you're digging for gold. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Yes. If you don't know how to dig it yourself, how can you tell people what to do? You get what I mean? So you need to go through this process by yourself at least once or twice to get a feel of it, and then you can start to outsource part by part. You can get people to outsource this, outsource that, and I'm going to show you step 3, which you can outsource as well. All right? So far, is the steps okay, guys? Is it easy enough for you to follow? Yes. Will you at least try to do step 1 and 2? Yes. Raise your hand. All right. Because you know, if you don't raise your hand, I'm not going to go to step 3, right? What's the point if you're not going to do it, right? So the thing is this. How many of you are very comfortable in writing in English? Raise your hand. All right. Most of you, right? But the rest of you who are not good in English or can't write well in English, just get somebody who raised their hand and to get it right for you, all right? No, I mean, it's true. You can always do joint venture within the room, right? Who says you can't do that? Do you agree? All right. So, step 2. Is it okay?